Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is my 2017 Yamaha FJ09 here that I've kind of kitted out for really some hardcore touring. Before we get into the specifics of my bike, I just want to talk a little bit about the bike itself. It's sitting at right under 44,000 miles. The 2017 model has ABS, traction control. I think a slipper clutch for this year was new. But other than that, it's been an absolutely phenomenal machine. I've had really zero major issues with it, just kind of changing the oil and the spark plugs and the tires. And I think that's the reason why a lot of us, ride these Japanese bikes. So let's take a closer look in terms of upgrades and things that we got going on here. So I'll start with the front. Very obviously, we have this Gibby windshield here, the 2122, I believe. And there's some mounting hardware that you needed to buy for that as well, which I have. We also have these Gibby or GB hand guards, which are very, very large. Great for kind of deflecting wind there. You can see on the side here that I have installed a Denali sound bomb, and this was the two-piece unit. So you can see the horn is actually there, and I believe this unit right here is the air compressor that I've kind of tied onto these GB crash bars that are on both sides of the bike. I've got some stomp grip kind of leg grips there on the side of the bike as well, and there's that kind of nice large GB plate that gets bolted onto your side stand there. This little piece I picked up on eBay. It was 20 bucks. I saw somebody had it online. It's very easy to remove, and you can even remove little sticky things on there. But it's just kind of a green running light. It's really, really bright during the daytime, and especially at night. I think that people notice it a lot better. That's something, if you're not into it, you can take off pretty easily here. You can see these Darla clear water lights. These are phenomenal. I'm actually going to take these off the bike though, and I think bring them with me to the Multistrada that I'm going to buy. However, if you're absolutely dying for those, maybe we can work something out here. Left hand side of the bike, we've got the crash bars. You can see I was taking the fairings off, and I kind of snapped this whole fairing here, and rather than having to buy a new set of stomp grips and fairing, you just kind of laced those together here. Up in the cockpit area, let's take a look here. You can see I've got my Spiegler braided lines. I've used those for all my track bikes, this really nice blue and gold as well, and that's for the front brakes. As well as the rear brakes. Those make a night and day difference, especially when you've got kind of the bike fully loaded. Having that consistent braking, the steel braided brake lines certainly help. Got some Oxford heated grips here. This is probably the best $70 I've ever spent. And this little controller here is for the Darla lights. I have an extended mirror thing on this side here of the bike, and we have some little, $5 mirror pieces here as well. I found this unit on eBay, and I'm actually not even sure who makes it. I think it's a European company, but essentially this piece just bolts in between the windshield and your dash, and it just gives you an extra bar, whether you want to mount a ram mount. And I have some extra rubber pieces for this, and I had a water bottle at one point as well, which is kind of cool. So it's going to be hard for me to show you here. I'm trying to zoom in. The fairing stay, which is this piece right here, which connects the windshield to the actual bike itself, broke. And the reason why it broke, and I did a lot of research, is this GB windshield is way larger than the original windshield, which I have stored away somewhere. That'll come with the bike. And just the amount of pressure that it was putting on this windshield snapped that. So I rebought the OEM fairing stay. I had a guy in Canada weld some kind of support beams onto it, so that shouldn't be an issue. But that's just something to be cautious of when you're purchasing one of these bikes and it has a large windshield, that fairing stay may actually snap there if you don't have it reinforced. Right here we have the SW Motec. This is their 22-liter bag. This thing is pretty massive, and you can unzip it here. And I think that's when it pops up to the full 22 liters. I have my Corbin Saddle. There's a tiny little tear right at the top of the saddle. I just put a little bit of duct tape over it. You could probably use some black duct tape there if you really needed to. Up next are my massive GV touring bags here. We've got the 48 liters on both sides, and the 56 liter in the back. You can easily fit 2 helmets inside of here, and these guys are massive as well. You can see I kind of went overboard here with the stickers, all the places that I went. If you get some kind of sticker glue, Goo Gone, and you power wash this from kind of a safe distance, you'll be able to kind of knock off all these stickers here in a pretty short period of time. So let's turn on the dash here. So we're sitting at just under 44,000 miles here. And like I said, this is my daily driver. Really what I wanted to show you, and we're gonna have to zoom in. There's me, hello. Are these Skeen brake lights. These are awesome. So you can see they have this kind of pulsing pattern. They're very easy to program. And let me see if I can do my turn signals. They do turn signals as well, which is great. And you can see those orange turn signals as well. Those are just some little Oxford turn signals there. And we'll go under the bike here. Whoop. Zoom out. So there's my pulsating brake lights. And then I've got those 2 Oxford units as well as the OEM flashers. I believe that's it for upgrades here. Been running the Pilot 4s and 5s, which have been phenomenal on this machine. And like I said, it's been very low maintenance, but I just spent a week out in California on a multi-strada, and that's just another monster machine here. If you guys have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to contact me through Cycle Trader. Cheers.